Hello, I'm GregSolomon. Now folks, I have some serious information I want to convey in this video clip. What I'm going to convey to you, I believe, in my opinion, is the worst thing that YouTube has done. I'm talking about the front office, the people who run YouTube. The worst thing that they have done with this site since its inception. And it's going on right now. I wrote an email identifying this thing. I wrote it last night sometime. However, let me preface this by saying that although I did write an email, I am of the opinion, I could be mistaken on this, but I am of the opinion that with very rare exceptions, does YouTube actually read email that it gets. With very rare exceptions, is there actually a person that sits down and reads an email and responds to it. I think the majority of them are probably form letters that get sent back, if indeed they answer at all. I would think the second scenario is much more likely, that they just don't answer the majority of the emails that they receive at all. I've heard this from a lot of other users. And I said there are rare exceptions to that. Rare exceptions where someone at YouTube will actually read an email. Rarer still, and I believe non-existent, is a scenario where someone at YouTube would actually respond to a suggestion that is emailed to them. So I just basically went through the motions of sending my email last night off to YouTube, just to put it out there, with the off chance that perhaps someone out there would take a peek at it. I don't really expect anyone to see it, though. It's just going to get lost in the shuffle and not responded to at all. But basically what I'm doing with this video clip, I'm going to identify for the other users out here who might not be aware of what's going on. Let me now go into detail about what I'm talking about. YouTube has recently, on their sign-up page, the page where when a new user will come out and sign up to YouTube. YouTube now, through the process of signing up, you put in your information, your username, your password, your email address, and then you'll click submit, and then it brings you up to another page. And on this other page, it lists three choices of users, and it will say it has the moniker popular channels. So as you're signing up, YouTube now offers 3 channels, and I think every 48 hours the 3 channels are changed and 3 different users are put up, and there's a little checkbox next to each one of them, and you click on it with your mouse and subscribe to one or all of them. Well, first of all, let me say that, as I said, the moniker says popular channels. Well, number one, first and foremost, that is disingenuous, because the channels are not popular. Not all of them. Some of them are. Certainly the majority of them aren't. So it would seem as if YouTube seems to be using that as a projected criteria as to why they're offering these channels up, telling people that these are popular channels, when in fact they're not. Some of them have thousands of subscribers, some of the users who have been placed up there for subscribers to, or new users to subscribe to. Some of them have thousands of subscribers, but some of them only have a couple of hundred subscribers. So there's some other reason why they're choosing the channels that they do, and I think it's just arbitrary. I think they're just arbitrarily choosing these channels based on subjective criteria of whoever is choosing the channels. So I want you to get this in your mind. When a new user signs up to YouTube now, it's almost like when you're putting software in your computer, new software. Through the process of installing the software, there's little checks that you click, little boxes that you put a check in just to get through so you can actually get to the software. Well, that is now what YouTube has up on the sign-up page. Except these little check boxes have to do with users, and they submit 3 different users every 48 hours for people to put a check box, check a little check box in as they're going through the sign-up process. Well, what this is doing, this is generating hundreds and even thousands of new subscribers for whatever users that YouTube has arbitrarily chosen to submit up there in their startup page. And these users are getting subscribed to sight unseen. The people are just clicking on these boxes, subscribing to them as part of the sign-up process without ever having seen any of their videos or any of their work. And what this is doing is basically artificially inflating these users' subscription base. Because I've taken a look at this for the past several days, and what I've noticed is that these users who YouTube arbitrarily puts up on the sign-up page, when they get these subscribers, the views of their videos, or their hits as I call them, don't increase. They just pretty much stay stationary and stay the same as they were before these extra subscribers, which would indicate that the subscribers are just basically clicking on these in these boxes because YouTube has put them up there as part of the sign-up process. Let me give you an example. I like to use visuals. I like to use these to illustrate my point. Let me give you an example, and I'm not going to mention anyone's names. Just keep this anonymous. YouTube, a few days ago, at the suggestion of a third party, placed a certain user on their sign-up page, suggesting that new subscribers sign up to this user for whatever reason. This user, when YouTube placed him up there on the sign-up page, had probably around 400 subscribers and was getting approximately 400 views per video. So YouTube places him up there for 48 hours on their sign-up page, and he gets a lot of clicks in his box there, and approximately, well, 2,500 extra people subscribe to him within 48 hours. So he goes from having 400 subscribers to around 3,000 subscribers. However, if you go and look at his catalog of videos, he's still only getting around 400 views, 450 views. So YouTube has actually artificially inflated his subscription base, but they've inflated it with people who aren't really interested in watching his videos. They just basically clicked on this box because it's part of the process of signing up to YouTube. So what this is doing, and this isn't just this individual, I've seen several other ones. I've been keeping a watch on this the past few days, and I've seen this happen with several people. YouTube arbitrarily places them up, a different 3 people every 48 hours, and people will subscribe. I don't even call it really subscribing, so I'll put that in quotation marks and say it tongue-in-cheek. They subscribe to these people as part of the sign-up process, and when you go back and you check these people's videos out, you will find that they're not getting any more views, not at all, after these extra subscribers, and sometimes thousands of extra subscribers. They're not getting any more views than they were getting before they were placed on the sign-up sheet by YouTube. So what this is doing, what YouTube is doing it to themselves, they are actually compromising the integrity and the significance of their entire subscription process by doing this. And they will soon make it of none effect if they don't nip this in the bud. This was a poor idea. Whoever thought this up, this was a poor idea. And there is a time in business when you need to just cut your losses and say, look, this project is not good. This is on thinking about it a little bit longer. This is not good. We need to get rid of this. And that's what they need to do with this process. No amount of brainstorming there out in that office in California is going to make this right. This is an incorrect thing to do. This is a poor model, a poor sign-up model for people getting into the community. Just arbitrarily placing 3 people up every 48 hours, not even based on any videos or any work that they've done. YouTube, you guys might as well just go out there and give them 2,000 or 3,000 extra subscribers in a period of 48 hours, because it is illegitimate what is going on, and you're bringing it on yourselves by doing this. You're bringing this illegitimacy on yourselves each 48 hours that this continues, because as I said, and I will reiterate, regardless of how many new subscribers these people are getting, they're not getting any more interest in their videos. People want to be free to go out and look around YouTube for themselves and subscribe to who they want to subscribe to based on videos that they've watched. If you look at my subscribers, and I thank every one of the subscribers that I have, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I've gotten my subscribers the old-fashioned way. I've earned them. But if you look at my subscribers, the amount of subscribers that I have, and you look when I release a video clip, I will get at least that many views. At least the same amount of views, and oftentimes more than what my subscription base is. As opposed to somebody having 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers and getting 300 and 400 hits on his videos, 300 or 400 people out there watching his videos. So YouTube, you really need to take that this new thing that you're doing here on the sign up page, and you need to deposit that into round file, okay, and get rid of that, because that, as I said, is really compromising the integrity and the significance and the uniqueness of the subscription process. It's just really the worst thing, the worst decision I have seen in the YouTube user interface. The worst decision I've seen since the inception of YouTube, and it will only go to have negative effects because of this compromising of the subscription integrity. So it's something that you should really address and just do away with this as quickly as you can. Now, and I realize there's going to be some people out there who will disagree with me. This is my opinion, and there's some people who will just disagree with me because it's GregSolomon. And if I say black, they'll say white. If I say yes, they'll say no. So, and I understand that. What I'm going to do in this video clip also, I'm just going to disable the ratings from the get-go, because I don't mind playing the ratings game with my other videos, but this video is quite serious, and I'm sending a message out to the community and hopefully to YouTube. They'll see this. And so, you know, some of you people will just come out same thing. If it's a GregSolomon video, some of you will give it a high rating. Some of you, just the opposite, because it's a GregSolomon video, will give it a 1-star rating. And so instead of playing the ratings game with this one, I'm just going to turn it off, turn the ratings off, and I'll let you people who want to do the 1-star ratings, you can play with the ratings on my next video. I will leave the ratings open for you for several days, and you can have at it. But this one, I just want to basically get a message out, and not concerned with the rating stars, so I will just have that disabled. YouTube, like I said, I will implore you to address this, because this is, whether you realize it or not, this is a definitely a serious issue, and an issue that, as I said, actually compromises part of the integrity of this site. Until next time, everyone, this is GregSolomon saying take care.